the examination, we were at a traditional African understanding of wealth and poverty. And today we are going to tackle the traditional African understanding of wealth. And to start with, we have to outline the ways of acquiring wealth in traditional African society. How can you acquire wealth in the traditional society? Number one, you can acquire wealth as a gift from God. What do we mean by as a gift from God? Being blessed by God. Because traditionally we believe that God provides human beings with food, rain, cattle, and other basic needs. So that is one way of acquiring wealth in traditional African society. Number two, wealth is acquired through inheritance. And you have to remember that when the head of the family dies, the eldest son becomes the custodian of the estate. And the clan, together with the community, provide advice for guidance on how the wealth should be shared out. So after the head of the family dies, the eldest son inherits or is the custodian of the estate, and then the clan and the community elders provide advice on how the wealth will be shared out. Then another way of acquiring wealth is bride wealth. You know that when you have many daughters in the African traditional society, they become a source of wealth to the family. Because when the bread wealth is brought in form of livestock, grains, farm foods, and honey. So one can become well through that. Number four, we have farming. You know very well among the African community that farming is the main economic activity. So those who work hard in farming are able to reap enough to feed their families. And if you have large farms, they can be a source of wealth. Number five, we also have exploitation of natural resources. Here we are talking about some of the natural resources come from natural vegetation, like when you get food from fruits, or you get building materials from trees, which are natural vegetation, or you can weaving materials or wood for carving. If you exploit these natural resources, you can become wealthy. And number six, we have trade. And here you know that African families or African communities were involved in barter trade. They exchanged goods and services. So you can acquire wealth through trade. One can also acquire wealth through raiding other communities. So you go for raids, you raid goats, or you raid sheep or cattle.